Okay. So the formula says if we're doing this C minor 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that we subtract 1 from 6 is 5, and then we're going to add that 5 to 2 because the C was the second of B flat. We determined that by the C minor scale we were playing. We decided we wanted to hit A natural. Okay, like that. So it becomes 6 minus 1 is 2. 6 minus 1 is 5, plus 2 is 7, and A is the 7th of B flat. So that's the minus 1 rule. And the way it comes out is because when we want to consider the minor, one of the minor scales, one of the minor chord scales, okay, remember, we've got B flat, and we've got C minor, then we got D minor, okay, that kind of thing, and we got, I don't know, in B flat we got A flat major, E flat major, F dominant, we want to determine that when we want to play a scale, one of those off of one of those chords, we want to give the tonic of that minor scale or that relative modal scale. It could be off of the 4th. It doesn't have to be a minor. We want to say that's 1. Okay, so if we're in the key of B flat, which is here, and we want to play an F Locrian 4th, that means an F within the key of B flat. Actually it's the 5th, sorry. So here's the 5th. So we're up here playing B flat, and we're going to hit the F7. Alright? We're not going to hit the leading tone to that F because that's not in the key of B flat. So that makes it the 4th of B flat. When we want to play that F Lydian scale, it's not a minor scale. It's a modal scale. It's a major scale. We want to give the F the number 1. And so the problem is that F is already the 5 because we've already counted B flat as the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've already given B flat the 1 position. When we want to start and count continue starting from F, if you give that 1 again, and you're actually counting steps, you've added 2, and you're going to overshoot the actual interval. So we subtract 1 when we're going to give F its 1. People who insist on it, and I insist on it. When I play a scale, I'm aware that it's part of a key, a different key, and unless it is the key of the song. All right. So that's why we subtract -1 to find that so the F being the 5th of B flat, subtract 1, that's 4. Okay. And if we're on the F, that's just 1. That's the first one of that minor scale, so add 4 to 1, you get back to 5. And be careful of things like that where the example you're looking at ends up being the same thing. There's some trickery involved here. There'll be a scale degree, there'll be a note, and I'm talking about which string it is, and the note happens to be there too, and that's the note, not the string note. Watch out for that kind of stuff. It's always good to try a few examples so that you get past the tricky stuff where the answer comes out itself or something like that. So let's move on. That was the minor considerations for the minor scale, the relative minor scales and modal scales. you know, to be able to call them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but I would still start at, say this 6 here. Say I wanted to play an Aeolian 6th. It's going to be a minor, okay? It actually is the relative minor of the root here. So if I wanted to start that Aeolian 6, I could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. But it really, you know, you want to follow this pattern kind of in your mind. You've got to keep track of both of them. So we'll get to that in later lessons, how we're going to approach that. But for now, I've got a solution. And that's going to be in chart 55. So let's move on to chart 54, which was the predecessor of chart 55. And I have not abandoned the topic. Okay, I have improved on the topic. See if I can get me over a little bit. So this is chart 55. And what do we have here? I've developed a new way of looking at the long capo open pattern stack in terms of an S2L 5/6 substitution, where we put the S2XL in where the 5/6 is, and guess what? There's even less to remember now. I'm going to make it even easier. This S2L here, alright, I can't get it down any further. I assume that my recording space, okay, how about that? Is that okay? Alright, I don't want to lose me though. The S2L, okay, and the S2L are the first two things we have to learn, right? And you might say, well, why does it start on 2? Why does it start on 3? Because in the pentatonic scales, okay, really only one of them starts on the R, and that would be the E-shaped pentatonic scale. So we have here an E-shaped chord. All right. Now this is actually where your guitar is tuned, so you can't do the short version of the pentatonic scale, but that's where it came from. Okay, what it is right here is this R2. Just strip off the 7 and the 4. Strip off the 7 and the 4 from the S2L. And you're left with an S3S, a short. A stack of 3 short and a stack of 2 long. You just put this rectangle and this rectangle together on top of one another, and you get the pentatonic scales. The E shape starts with R2. R2 being just the top of this, then it goes into this one with R underneath the 4. Okay, so it goes R2, 3, 5, 6 root, and then right on top of the S2L you get the 2, 3 again. Okay, so you get 2, 3. Now you have to hit the tuning warp, so it has to go up 1 fret to keep with the pattern, and you got 5, 6, root 2. All right. That was actually an F. That was an F. The E was. There's your E. So we have our S2L, and this is the basic. This and this guy, when you add the 7 and the 4 back in, that's where they came from. The E-shaped, and then you get E goes to what in caged? C-A-G-E-D, goes to D. So you go up a whole step, and you're going to hit a D-shaped chord, which is it's D-shaped F.